Welcome back to Homestead Aquarius. This is a little nighttime episode here. It's getting pretty late. I'm almost out of time to do this, but I wanted to get this out here. Today is the first day of July. I am about to do a 30-day challenge here. And what I'm going to do for the next 30 days is put out a video every day. You see, I've kind of fallen into a rut here. And it's been you hear my frogs, they're singing. Not too many out right now singing, but they're there. And then my dog chirping in the background. But I've fallen into sort of a rut. And I've got to do something here to get myself back on track. So that's what I'm starting today. This is day one of that 30-day challenge. I want to do a little a bit of rumor control, and it'll go along with why I started my channel. Okay, there's people asked me about that before too. People have asked me, they says, "Are you okay?" Recently, in recent weeks, people have asked me a lot, "Are you okay? How are you feeling?" Blah, blah, blah. You know, stuff like that. I'm like, I'm okay. Is there something I should know? So, apparently, one of my friends had seen something that was incorrect and talking about someone else. And it started a rumor that I had cotton. Cotton? That ain't even a southern word, y'all. Cotton. Cotton is, but not cotton. That I had caught mononucleosis, and it further developed into what's called glandular fever. And there were people asking me about that and if I was okay. So I do not have glandular fever or mono or anything else that I know of. But that was funny when I finally figured out what was going on. But anyhow, let me return the favor. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to call them out. That's embarrassing enough. But with that, I'm fine. Now, back in 2019, I started my channel. Why? Well, I'm just past an anniversary, and I'm coming up on another one here. It was 5 years ago on July 4th weekend. 5 years ago, I think it was. It might have been 6. That I was working like the devil out here on that weekend. It was July 4th, and it was hot. And I started feeling bad. And it turned out it was like heat exhaustion. I thought I just got hit with the flu. I'd been exposed to it, and I thought that the flu just all of a sudden hit me. So I came in, got to feeling better, got cooled off and everything. Went back out the next day and was working. It didn't feel the best, but I was working anyhow. And boom, it hit me again. And I says, no, that's not the flu. That's heat related. So from that day, I have not taken the heat very well. And that was on July 4th, right? Coming up. Now, a little more than 3 years ago today, I was on my job. We had some things that really had to get out, had to be delivered, and it was some heavy stuff and a heavy schedule. I made that delivery. It was a very hot day, very heavy equipment. Moved everything myself, got the whole thing done. And what happened was at 4 o'clock that afternoon in that hot parking lot, is a brand new place, bright black asphalt. I had a heart attack. But it was a silent heart attack. okay? Silent heart attack. I didn't know I was having one. There's very little pain involved with it. And long story short, if I can do this now, because I did not know that it was a heart attack, it went on for about 17 hours before they got me worked on. In that 17 hours, I lost a huge chunk of my heart. Yeah, it died, and it didn't come back. Sometimes they do, but it had been deprived of oxygen so long and it's dead. So that was in 2018. Doctor said I wouldn't work anymore. Said I wouldn't be able to handle the heat anymore. And I was a little iffy on that. I was still holding out that I could work in the heat and the cold and everything. But in the end, after begging him enough times, he gave me a minimal work released form. I had very minimum things that I could do, and I finally convinced him to let me go back to working. He didn't even want me sitting in the heat in a truck, just driving. No exercise. You know, it is what it is. But anyhow, I went back to work, and he was right. I don't handle the heat like I used to. It feels nice out here right now. And so basically I'm sitting there thinking, what am I going to do? You know, just fold up shop and stop everything? I says, no. I'm already gardening. I'm already doing things to, you know, turn my property into a permaculture food forest. I'm already doing that. I'm just going to keep doing it. And I thought, I can start a YouTube channel. And so in 2019, that's what I did. And we rocked on until it came time for, until, you know, Shed Wars started, right? And when Shed Wars came in, I was already doing an awful lot on my property and making great progress, even at a slower pace, right? When Shed Wars came in, that put a whole new thing into it, with all the support and everything. Support, watching everybody and trying to do what I needed to do for that. And it just doesn't make sense, but I have let my gardening and my own property concerns, the things I wanted to do here, excuse me, I let all those things in my own place kind of fall to the wayside. It's a combination of not wanting to have another heart attack or have any problems with that, and being there for everybody, right? And trying to make Shed Wars a wonderful experience in as much as I can for everyone, and do something. There's a lot of things that goes through your mind after you have a getting close to death experience. I should have died that day, and or the next morning, and I very nearly did. And so it changes a lot of what you think about when that happens. So it certainly changes the amount of work that you can do. We're setting on my outdoor kitchen. Back when I built this, my place is on a slope, and I moved a dump truck full of dirt by hand. Digging with my shovels and picks and digging bars and stuff was always my favorite thing to do here. It was terraforming, and I love that. And I'm glad I did it then, because it'd take me a lot longer to do it now. But it was my favorite thing. Anyhow, I don't have glandular fever. I do have some heart trouble though, and that slowed me down a little bit. And so there's room and control, because some people know that I got the heart issue, and some people don't. So let's just put that out there. Now, what am I going to do for the next 30 days? For the next 30 days, I am going to get back my groove. I'm going to get my mojo back and get moving on this thing again. And so I'm not going to have lots of long videos. You know, I'm not going to try to do that. I'm just going to, you know, every day I'm going to have something out there showing you what I'm doing and showing you what I'm planning. So now, I did that back in the spring of 2020. I joined Copperhead Road in his Plant Every Day challenge. I think that's what I did. Was it 2020? Yeah, it was last year, I think. Yeah, and I got that done. I don't know. I didn't plant every day, all the days out, but I planted a lot of them. That kept me busy. I got a jar right there. Right here in this cup, I've got something that some people know what it is. Some people have seen it. This will be in preparation for tomorrow. And we've got thunderstorms coming in right now, just a little bit away from me. And here's a quick look. What is that? Hopefully, I'll get all this done and get back inside before the thunderstorms come in. And then they'll be here tomorrow too. That is something that I love. And if you know what it is, leave me a comment right there. I'm just going to let that sit here and chill overnight. We'll just put a cap on it there, right? Look at how good this table is doing me already. My kitchen door table is already helping me make an awesome episode here. So hang out with me, and I'm going to do my best to bring you some good updates every day for the next 30 days, and we'll see how far I can go to turning my place and getting my mojo back around. Thank you for watching this. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you very much. Y'all be good, and I will see you tomorrow.